If you're a regular listener to my diatribes over the past 35 years, you know that the two things that just infuriate me are lies and hypocrisy. Lies and hypocrisy. I think more people are injured, wounded, killed, maimed, fucked over, destroyed by lies and hypocrisy than all the gun deaths in the history of the human species, than all the war deaths in the history of the human species. Lies, hypocrisy, misleading statements. That's one of the reasons this filthy son of a bitch, Donald Trump, just ignites in me a almost embarrassing fury. When I hear what he said, or I read his attacks on decent people who are doing nothing more than trying to perpetuate the truth. And every single one of this monster's enablers and co-liars and the thugs around him, every fucking one of them, this William Barr. Well, let me just get to the latest on this piece of shit, Barr. NBC News is reporting it this way. Attorney General William Barr said he still believes the FBI may have operated out of bad faith, his term, when it investigated whether the Trump campaign colluded with Russia. And Barr says that the FBI acted improperly by continuing the investigation after this gangster fuck took office with the help of the Russians. This is the chief law enforcement officer of the United States. In an exclusive interview with NBC News, Barr essentially dismissed the findings recently released yesterday of the Justice Department's Inspector General. And that report by the Inspector General said there was no evidence, zero evidence, nothing to indicate that there was some political bias against the fucking mobster when the investigation of the Russian influence into our electoral system began. This was not about Trump. This was about Russia. And now, Barr, this Opus Dei Catholic monster, William Barr, and if you're a Catholic in listening to this program, I mean, the only thing I can say to you is, why the fuck are you still a Catholic? You don't have to be a Catholic. Oh, I know. Give me a child till he's 3 and I'll give you a Catholic for life. Who said that? But if you really believe the Jesus story, what the fuck are you doing associating yourself with an organization that has as one of its organizing principles child rape and genocide? What the fuck is wrong with you? If you want to believe in Jesus, read your Bible. Don't associate with these goddamn psycho organizations like the Catholic Church or the evangelical Protestants. They're not about your Jesus. They're about lies and deception and death and destruction and genocide and pogroms and Holocausts and, I mean, Jesus Christ, so to speak. But I digress. Barr's dismissing the findings of the Justice Department's own Inspector General. And he's saying that his hand-picked prosecutor, John Durham, what do you want to bet he's a Christian too? Huh? Barr's hand-picked prosecutor, John Durham, will have the last word on this. Not the FBI, not all the investigative agencies in the U.S. government. Oh, no, they're part of the, deep state that are after Trump. And they want to destroy Trump because he's such a godly man. Barr said this, quote, I think our nation was turned on its head for 3 years based on a completely bogus narrative that was largely fanned and hyped by a completely irresponsible press. I think there were gross abuses and inexplicable behavior that is intolerable in the FBI. He's blaming the FBI. This fucking Catholic monster is blaming the press and the FBI for the crimes organized and put together by Trump and the Russians and all these slimeball fucking gallery of rogues that have associated with Trump since forever, including this son of a bitch, William Barr, who used to work for Reagan, who used to work for Pappy Bush. What the fuck happened to him? Well, I know. Reagan, Bush, they were filthy fuckers too. I understand that. Barr's criticism of the FBI's conduct in the Russia investigation. This piece of shit is not criticizing Russia. He's criticizing the FBI. I'm not here to defend the FBI. Over the years, that organization, especially under the direction of the cross-dressing freak fuck J. Edgar Hoover, that organization committed its own rogues gallery of crimes against civil rights organizations, against Black Panthers, against the National Student Organization, against the anti-war movement. I'm not here to defend the FBI. But that was then. And I was there, I know. I'm talking about now. So this Opus Dei Catholic William Barr's criticism of the FBI's conduct in the Russia investigation pretty much gets down to one fucking application for a FISA warrant to wiretap a phone that was handled improperly. Oh my fucking word! Everything Donald Trump is the brother of Jesus seems to be what this freak is now saying. And the chief law enforcement officer of the United States, the Opus Dei Catholic fanatic fucking jerk William Barr, says that the Russia investigation in its entirety was a bogus endeavor that was foisted on Trump, rather than an investigation undertaken by career civil servants who were concerned about whether a foreign power had compromised our last presidential election. This is how far into the fucking muck these people have gone. These Trump gangsters. They will believe a former intelligence operative for the KGB, Vladimir Putin, over the word of 13 U.S. intelligence agencies and an inspector general who decided to take a look at how the FBI decided to open an investigation into this traitorous fucker Donald Trump. Barr and his designated little lapdog John Durham, they're going to conduct their own investigation of the investigation. And we know what the conclusion is going to be. Obama did wiretap Trump Tower. Trump was totally innocent. Trump has never fucked anyone but his wives. Trump has never lied 14,000 times since he took office. Trump has never been incompetent and unable to iron his own shirts, much less run the country. Oh, it's going to be complete exoneration. Trump was a good guy when he put children into cages. He was a good guy when he went back to the slavery days and ripped families apart. Send the children there and send the men and women down there to work my fucking cotton fields. Oh, it was all good. Right, Barr? You son of a bitch, you. And just like the Christians in this country for the first 300 years, Barr will justify everything he's done using his fucked up religion. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcasts. You have your choice. You can listen to the ranting with the audio podcast or listen and watch me lose control with a video podcast subscription. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.